Hello everyone, this is Not My Pizza once again, and today I will be streaming the round 8 of the newest Summit Der Langrisser with Zuko versus Luxid Costly, and I believe he changed his name to Nevercid, so yeah, we'll get into it. And so, looks like Zuko is running, sorry I'm a little bit late on this, but it looks like Zuko is running Neo Zerda, Wedum, Sherry, uh, and Emperor Ares and Iron Blade Commander, and then Luxid is running um, Gintoki, Lucretia, Sissy White, um, Diehard, and Sherry as well. So from the looks of it, this is a very single target match, and that's pretty normal for high level play at this moment because that's a meta. And I think Zuko might have a little trouble taking care of Luxid's team because Luxid generally has more range and he isn't running tanks, so he's gonna have a bit of trouble taking out that Gintoki, and then the Lucretia might be a bit challenging to deal with since he can't one shot her unless Neo Zerda gets to her, but we'll see if that happens. So yeah, it'll be a fairly interesting match to say the least. I think Wedum might be able to. Yeah, Wedum can definitely go in and take out the diehard right now if he's wearing spirit boots, but that would activate a lot of things and might not be the best idea. But yeah, Luxid's gonna need like a turn or two to get set up, so that's gonna be a bit tough to deal with. And then if I think what Luxid will want to do is make sure that Diehard doesn't move. Well, probably moves last or just moves last because he has the most range on his team at the moment. And then he's probably just gonna want to get a 1-for-1 trade with that Diehard to activate Gintoki and then just go completely nuts. And from the looks of it, that Sherry is running Genius Staff. But yeah, that Sherry is definitely running Genius Staff. The attack is very low. And yeah, she's probably also using whatchamacallit. Yeah, whatchamacallit. The Toilet Star and stuff. And yeah, I think. Yeah, so whoever gets the first strike will definitely have an advantage in this situation. So it'll be interesting to see who. Well, positioning is very important. Will be very important on this match. So I think the main thing is Luxid can pretty much move his Diehard up one square and pretty much park him there, and then next turn attack, go in and trade for one unit. But he'll have to probably wait for Wedhim to move before he can actually do that. So yeah, it looks like Zuko. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Zuko tries to do here, because right now that Diehard is pretty much covering a lot of ground. And yeah, looks like the Derrida is also running Overlord's badge. So yeah, she's going to be hitting pretty hard, and she also has an effective range of 11 since she got the speed boost and has basically chivalry. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, looks like Luxid is just going to park Gintoki back so he can start doing annoying stuff. And yeah, so let's see what's going on here. That Dark is fairly tanky. So yeah, pretty much Zuko is just trying to not get counter killed by get killed by that diehard, but and that's also pretty interesting because now if okay, so yeah, he's moving the puppet out of the way. So yeah, no free kill for Zuko. No free kill for Zuko on the puppet. And yeah, I think honestly Zuko might want to try to get in and trade for that diehard as soon as possible because then that'll give Wedham an opportunity to go in and potentially hit its any unit it hit with his talent debuff for free, but that might be a bit hard. Any case, yeah, this is going to be a very tricky match. Like the first person to get a kill in this match will definitely have a massive advantage over the other because after like the first kill, it's gonna start snowballing pretty hard. And the thing about yeah, so it's really dependent on who will get the first kill in this match. So I think Zuko will try to make a play with the Emperor Ares since he has a revive and can move his units around in interesting ways. But the thing is that diehard is just preventing him from making any meaningful movements to get move forward. So yeah, probably diehard is going to move last, and then yeah. So what could happen is Zuko could run up his Emperor Ares, teleport possibly like his Zerida up so she has more range, and then maybe one other unit. But the thing is, I don't think any of his units besides Zerida and Neo Ares can survive a hit from the diehard at the moment. So it's all about the risks he's willing to take at the moment. You know, because if he throws, like, say, his Sherry behind his Emperor Ares, then the Sherry might be able to get in and start messing stuff up. But that is a pretty risky move. Okay, it doesn't look like he's going to do that, though. Yeah, I personally would have had Emperor Ares just body block the diehard, because the thing about diehard is he's a pretty much one and done character, and sure that would have probably given Luxid a advantage, well, a movement, first move following the second turn, but I don't think that would have mattered much in the long run since this is very much a snowbally match. But let's see what's gonna happen here. So yeah, now Neo Zerida could pretty much get in no matter what. It's just more, yeah, it's more just having more of Zuko's units follow up, which is going to be an issue. And even then, getting hit by the diehard for free and getting stunned is still kind of a risky move, but I think it probably would have been worth it. But we'll see. Because even if the Emperor Ares loses a life, he would still be pretty useful in that he could still drop his AoE for free and do full damage. And his stuff would be undispellable. He'd heal block and he could do some fixed damage as his other units tried to catch up. I'm also kind of surprised Zuko didn't bring unicorns on his Ironblood commander because that would give her much more coverage. But right now she's kind of locked behind, well, kind of blocked by the sand. But I think that might have just been so he could Oh, interesting. That's kind of interesting. Like, I'm just trying to... Yeah, so he's gonna try to jump and maybe hit the die heart. But I'm just trying to think... What the Zera... Yeah, the Zerida could just... Oh, she doesn't have Genius Staff. Interesting. Interesting. So at this point, I think he might want to just trade one of his units and then kill off the... He might want to trade one of his units now, but it's kind of looking iffy because since that his Sherry doesn't have Genius Staff, he won't be able to get in and bounce off like either Die Hard or Sissy White and then just kill off the Die Hard. So yeah, kind of, yeah, in situations like this, I think instead of using Sherry, probably Lost Him would have been better. Oh, hello, Vanarin. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's been a while since I casted, and yeah, I've tried to make some time to like stream Langrisser on Sunday, so I hope to keep doing it for a little while. But yeah, this looks like a pretty tough cookie to crack. Yeah, and I'm not too surprised that this is the case because Nevercid is a very, very good player, and he doesn't make many mistakes very often. Oh yeah, definitely. It's been a very long time since anybody casted. I think it's mostly just it's hard to make time to like cast games since they happen pretty much all over the place, and I don't think, yeah, and people haven't been putting their replays in the chat very often, so there's that as well. But hey, it's always nice to do this once in a while. Okay, so it looks like Zuko is going to go in and try to kill off that mercenary. And I think what's gonna happen next is, oh, that's a very dead Die Hard. Yeah, so it looks like Luxid's positioning wasn't the best here, because that's a very dead Die Hard, and that will let, yeah, that'll let other units get in. Okay, so it looks like Sherry's probably just gonna pop in and kill off some of the others, the sword and Wedem. Yeah, but that still is the issue where Zuko still needs to kill that mercenary, because basically all of his other units are single target physical except for the Iron Blood, but the Iron Blood is kind of hampered by the fact that she didn't bring unicorns. So yeah, so that's definitely going to be an issue. And I don't think the Emperor Ares is really going to be able to help him with that, because he's just an AoE unit with a revive. Like, he's kind of the least useful unit on Zuko's team at the moment. And then, yeah, Wedem's probably going to die here. And then it's going to be pretty tough to take down that Gintoki, because Iron Blood is pretty much the only thing that can check it. And then Lucretia has a very long range, and she operates extremely well with tank support or guard support. So Zuko's going to have to contend with that as well. So, yeah, it's going to be very tricky. Very, very tricky. I'm just kind of surprised Luxid decided to trade his Die Hard for nothing, even though Die Hard's usefulness would probably would decrease pretty much significantly after you use this skill. Anyways, it looks like, yep, Sherry's gonna go in and bounce off that, and then she's going to stun or kill off one of Zuko's units. So it's pretty much a 2-for-1 trade for Zuko, which is very much not ideal. Yeah, it kind of just shows that Zuko's Sherry really wanted that, really wanted that genius staff, so she could have a little bit more flexibility. Because then she could bounce off stuff a lot more easily. And yeah, the Sherry is going to live through that, but blow up Zeratus for his life and stun her as well. So yeah, now that Sherry is pretty much dead meat, so Zuko should probably just kill off the Sherry here and kind of mess around with the act again. Because that'll allow his Neo Zerata to get her revived back up after this turn, and it would pretty much protect her a little bit. Also, it would fart out more Wedum debuffs, so yeah. I would probably just kill off that Sherry with his own Sherry and then save Iron Blood for something else. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, because... Yeah. Yeah, he needs to really make up his mind here. Okay, and looks like the Sherry fails to die. Interesting. So I think he's going to try to kill off the enemy Sherry with his Sherry just using Shadow Raid or something, but it's still pretty risky. Okay, so shift position, and then that's a very dead Neo Zerata. If he decides to move up, which I think he will. Oh, that's a dead Sherry. Interesting. Yep, dead Sherry. Yeah, Zuko really missed his opportunity to get it ahead. So yeah, this looks like it'll probably be over in maybe a turn or two. Yeah, and now Wedum's just gonna clean. Not Wedum, but Gintoki's just gonna clean up. Yeah. Yeah, the Sherry. Yeah, I think Zuko really wanted to kill off that Sherry first, because his Sherry honestly wouldn't be doing too much, and his Iron Blood would pretty much be the only one to potentially be able to take down Luxin's Gintoki, because that Gintoki is very scary. He has about almost 3k health, and then has almost 2k attack, 900k defense. Yeah, this isn't going to be pretty. Because, yeah, now he's just going to act again, the Gintoki, and probably slap Emperor Ares with, whatchamacallit. Yeah, slap Emperor Ares with his 3C, get the reset on that, and kill off the Emperor Ares, and then he's just going to run over. Oh, okay. Well, I guess he's saving that for another time. And then he's going to... Oh, he's not going to run... Okay, so now Zuko might have an opportunity to go in, but he really needs to kill off that Sherry. Probably with Emperor Ares, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he really should not leave that Sherry alive. Okay, so yeah, Sherry goes down here. The Soul Shard goes down, and then Sissy pretty much has two act-agains up, but it might be a bit tricky to finish off everything Zuko has, because he does have like 3 DPS units, though one doesn't have a skill up. The Neo Zerata is... Yeah, Neo Zerata can actually hit him right now. Oh, what he could do actually is hit Gintoki with the drop blade, and then that would prevent him from acting again. Yeah, I think the Sissy is gonna just act him again right now. Oh, Inspire, interesting. Okay, so interesting. So is he gonna just normal attack the Sissy? Yeah, okay. That's not gonna kill, though. So, I think what Zuko can do now is drop Emperor... Oh. Never mind. Yeah, Zuko probably wanted to use the drop blade on Zerda, but Zerda's super dead now. So what Zerda could do is she could jump all the way over to the other soul, like the other soul. Wait, I think the other soul disappeared, so she can't do that. And now interesting. And then she should probably use her AoE. Oh, no, that's a bad idea. Yep. Yeah, probably wanted to use the AoE skill on Zerda. That would have prevented him from acting again so many times, but Gintoki's still just going to go in and slap his face. Yeah, and first game goes to Luxid. Very interesting, very tough match, to be honest. Luxid wasn't making many errors, though. I felt it was kind of weird that he traded some of his... Well, traded his Die Hard for free, pretty much. But Die Hard was kind of a low priority unit, so not a huge deal. And then... Yeah, I think Zuko could have prevented some of the shenanigans that Gintoki got up to by using the AoE skill on him, but it's kind of hard to think when you're under a ton of pressure. And then I just kind of think Zuko's Sherry wasn't super effective since she didn't have the Genius Staff, which would have given her a little bit more flexibility. And then I just felt the trades Zuko made probably weren't the best. But, yeah, we'll see how that goes. And looks like we're going to get Eye of the Desert again, so let's see how that plays out. Yeah. Yeah, Vanarin, I think top level Gins are pretty much like that strong. Like, I think my Gin is roughly as strong as Luxid's at the moment. Yeah, Gin is a very scary unit. Okay, so it looks like Luxid got rid of his Emperor Ares and traded in Kagura for it. And then looks like Zuko is using the same box, so yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see what's gonna happen here. So yeah, I didn't actually get to catch the band pick phase of I didn't get to see the band pick phase of the first game because I was trying to rush to get everything set up, unfortunately. And it looks like Luxid bans out Gintoki first, which is always a solid pick. And I think like most games in high level play, either Gintoki or Neo Zerda are going to get banned out, because Neo Zerda seems to have very good tank busting abilities, especially with the fact that she can prevent them from reviving. And I think Luxid is probably going to pick up Gintoki here, unless he wants to do something different. So yeah, Neo Elma and then Gintoki gets picked. Okay. So Wedum, yeah, looks like Wedum and oh, okay. So let's see if he goes through with this. Yeah, Zuko's still thinking about these bands, and no, they're not bad bands. I'm just kind of curious to see what his overall strategy is, because I think the first first and second picks of most Apex matches are really determiners of what strategy you're going to go with. So it looks like Zuko bans out both Lightbringer and Lucretia, and then picks up Wedham. So it looks like Zuko really wants to keep Luxid under a lot of pressure. And that's a lot easier to do as P1 since he gets first strike. Okay, so Wedham is picked by Luxid now, and that's a pretty good pick as well. And I'll be interested to see. Well, that prevents Zuko from playing a little too aggressively unless he picks up Sissy White next, which he might do. Okay. Okay, and it looks like Luxid has no tank support, so he's gonna have to watch out for Wedham pressure there. But the thing is, you can kind of counter that by using either Yanni or Die Hard again, or just another long-range assassin, which can kind of just ignore a guard, or just has really high range. I think this will be a bit tougher for Luxid though, but we'll see. Yeah, because you can't really cheese out the enemy Wedham with his own Wedham and McLean, because McLean would allow Luxid to jump in a bit easier if McLean does some AoE damage and something dies on Zuko's side. Hello, Death Crystal. How's it going? And then Die Hard's pick up here. Pretty good pick. And, oh. So yeah, it looks like Zuko's team is going to be fairly dynamic, but he still needs something to really counter that Gin, because Gin is very dangerous to deal with in melee range, so Zuko might want to pick up like Lost Him here. Yep, there goes Lost Him. And then I think Luxid might pick up Rosenseal last or something, but right now I think he would probably want to pick up something like Epsilon, because Epsilon can just dispel Wedham's debuff with his own unique skill. And then, yeah, what else? Yeah, there's that dispel. And then, ooh, this might be dangerous if... Okay, interesting, though. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was probably a good idea. Yeah, and then picking up Emperor Ares here would actually be fine. Sherry, I think, is less useful, but either kind of work, to be honest. Okay, so Sherry goes down. I personally would have picked Emperor Ares since he has better supportive qualities and he has a revive. And he's also has a faction buff, but it's all good, I think. So yeah, the main threats that Zuko's gonna have to deal with are Gintoki and probably Epsilon, since Epsilon gets that shield and he has fairly good sustain. He can also buff up Sherry, who I think's okay, but it's probably Luxid's throwaway unit here. And yeah, I honestly would have picked. I think Emperor Ares would have been better here, but what can you do? So yeah, pretty much the same. This match is probably gonna pretty much have the same type of feeling as the last match. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, so I think Zuko's main ploy is going to be stunning the... Well, he's not going to be really able to deal with Gintoki unless he stuns him from range and then takes him out that way, but it all really depends. And then... Yeah, it's going to be a bit hard for Zuko to move around as well because he's going to be getting constantly pressured by the Wedum. But I think he'll have a bit more mobility than Luxid, so he might be able to get in the first strike and then start snowballing from there. But we'll see. Okay. So yeah, Diehard and the Wedum are pretty much going to be competing with each other to add a lot of pressure. Oh, and the Epsilon is running Accelerated A, so that'll give the Diehard even more range. Very smart ploy. Yeah, in situations like this, Zuko might have wanted to bring, like, say, maybe Crush and Air Slash rather than running the standard, like, Annihilation and everything. Yeah. But the thing about Diehard is that he can still be... He can be walled out here. Oh, interesting. I wonder if Zuko noticed that if the Diehard had accelerated aid. I mean, not the Diehard, the Epsilon, because that'll give him one extra range, which will allow him to pretty much counter the Wedum. And then, yeah. Yeah, I'll be very interested to see if this Wedum can, well, if this Lostum can kill off the Wedum. Yeah, because if Lostum can get it to that dune on the top right, like right under the Zuko's cursor, then he might be able to get an easy pick, but yeah. Very interesting, very interesting. So definitely things will start to go down turn 2, though. He really needs to be aware of that Diehard having 11 range rather than 10. So I kind of feel like if Zuko gets cheesed out by that, it's pretty much game over. But I think he knows that the Diehard has 11 range rather than 8. Yeah, rather than 10. But yeah, Luxid's Gintoki will pretty much carry him through this match if Zuko isn't careful. Especially given the fact that Gintoki has so much attack and so much health. But yeah, if Zerda can do some stuff like the AoE skill, but I'm kind of interested to see how effective that will be in the long run. Ooh, and that breeze goes down. So yeah, that can reach the Lost Him, but it's only going to be the hero attacking, and that definitely will not kill Lost Him, especially if he's under guard. Interesting. Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see which the first trade of this match, because once that starts to go down, the match will be over fairly quickly. So yeah, I'm very interested to see which unit's gonna get sped boost by this Epsilon, because Wedum is definitely gonna have a bit of trouble getting in. Yeah, like in this situation, maybe bringing a Air Slash and Crush on Wedum would have been a better idea, since that he would have a lot more range and do a lot of damage, though I'm not too sure if he would be able to one-shot everything on Luxid's team, especially that Gintoki. Or the opposing Wedam. Because I think, yeah, well, Steel Maiden Werewolves are extremely tanky. And, yeah. Okay, so it looks like... Yeah, okay, that Wedam is actually kind of weak, in all honesty. Like, maybe that Wedam is running something like Bracer. That's why but that wouldn't explain why his defenses are so low. Like, I believe my Wedam has like 100 more defense, and oh, yeah, about 100 more defense and probably 100 more attack as well. So maybe his Luxid's Wedam isn't fully casted, because my Wedam is. But yeah, even with those stats, I don't think Gargoyles would be Wedam with Gargoyles would be able to punch through Luxid's Wedam. But we'll see. But by getting rid of the enemy Wedam, that would free up... Yeah, that would free up Zuko a little bit. But we'll see. Yeah, and Zuko still has only 2 minutes to fully decide what's going on here, so... Well, what he wants to do. Because once he kills off one of Luxid's units, it's going to be a bit harder for him. Well, it'll be a bit harder for him to start killing Luxid, because Epsilon will get his shield, and then Gintoki will just become Gintoki. Okay, so here Luxid is going to have to decide if he wants to speed boost the Diehard in this turn or speed boost another unit. Because it looks like Zuko is probably going to try to jump on Wedam. Well, on Luxid's Wedam. So some Wedam on Wedam action. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll be, like, looks like we'll get some action at the start, well, at the end of this turn or the start of next turn. Because honestly, I think it probably would be a better idea to just try to kill off the Diehard or the Sherry this turn, because the Wedam can't really do anything. Luxid's Wedam can't really do anything, so so he wouldn't be able to actually do anything next turn. As opposed if he tries to, like if Zuko whiffs this kill, it's pretty much game over for him, because this, let's see if this trade actually goes through. Yep, that's a Bracer Wedam. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. And so yeah, Diehard's gonna pick up the Wedam for free, and then I would guess Zuko's gonna try to go in and kill the Diehard with his Lost Hymn, which honestly probably not the best trade. Yeah, so yep, so that's a very dead Wedam. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be a 2-for-1 trade. Yeah, it was kind of clear that it was Luxid was trying to bait with his Wedam. Okay, so at this point, Zuko's probably going to lose, but he could try to get in and kill off that Diehard, but the Diehard already did his job, so it's really not much he can do at this point. So I think he should probably just try to send in the Lost Him and assassinate that Diehard. And then try to escape with the Lost Him, but at that point, Lost Him's just gonna be dead meat. No, but the Diehard is out of range anyways, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I don't think Zuko can really do anything about this. Okay. So yeah, I think at this point Zuko is pretty much boned. Like, he's already down 1-0, and Luxid is pretty much still at full strength. And his Gintoki hasn't even gotten rolling yet, so yeah, there's only so much Zuko can do at this point. Yeah. Yeah, I think... Yeah, there's definitely not much Zuko can do at this moment. Like, he can start moving up pretty much well, he can play a lot more aggressively now, since the Wedum can't really do much damage at this point, and then the Diehard doesn't have an attack skill left. So he'd have to the only things to really check Zuko's units would be the Sherry and... Yeah, it would be the Sherry and the Epsilon. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm not expecting too much after this, since yeah, it's gonna be even if I was playing, I'd still have a very hard time dealing with this. Oh yeah, and yeah, there's not really much Lost Him can do, even if he like runs himself all the way in there. He still has to contend with Gintoki, Epsilon, and yeah, Gintoki, Epsilon, and Sherry. Yeah, and I highly doubt he'll be able to survive a hit from like any of them. Yeah. And I don't think, yeah, all Diehard really needs to do, well, Luxid needs to do now is just get in position for Gintoki to sweep through Zuko. So yeah, how have you guys been at the moment? How's your Apex runs and stuff been going? I'm pretty much done with mine, so I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm done with my Apex climb, so I'm pretty much just relaxing until playoffs, I guess, if I actually participate in that. And yeah. Yeah. And yeah, since I'm done with that, I have a bit more free time to do other stuff. Well, it also makes streaming Langrisser a bit harder because I can't... Yeah, because I don't really have any matches to go over. Like, I played one game today, which I probably should have lost, but I ended up winning. So, I take those when I get them. Yeah, I understand that at Vanarin. Just grinding through Apex can be soul draining at times. And I can only take so much of it at once. Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to... I really need to get back to playing other games. Like, it's been well, Pokemon pretty much ate up all my time for the past month or so, because yeah, the new Pokemon was a lot of fun, and it had all those special events that would give me special Pokemon, and yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah. Like, I'm kind of glad I'm like pretty much staying away from pretty much any other live service games, because those just eat up so much time, energy. Plus, I really do like playing other games. Like, I really want to go back and finish up Mario and Rabbids. Oh yeah, Pokemon can be a grinding game, but the thing is, I pretty much set my goals to pretty much only complete the Pokedex. And so, since I did that, I pretty much don't need to worry about anything. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with the game. Oh, interesting. That's okay, so Gintoki is going nuts, and I think the Lost Him can pretty much get away for free. Yeah, because now he's just going to grapple back to that tree. Or that pillar. And Didn't Hunt, grapple back. Woohee! Spider-Man is so fun. And he's back into guard range. That's actually that was a very good move. Yeah, it's just still... Zuko really needs to deal with that Gintoki. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty dicey. Okay, so I think Whatum's just going to fart out that. Oh, Shadow Step. Ooh, interesting. Okay, and then he's going to go for the Sherry. Very good move. And then I think the Sherry's pretty much dead at this point. Yep, very dead. That's a very dead, very dead Sherry. And also that was a very good move. Yeah, I'm glad I'm done with catching them all, to be honest. Honestly, he should just, no, he should just kill off the, that's kind of a waste, to be honest. I think he could have just gone in and used his 3C on the Whatum, then acted the Zerata again to get some more cooldowns and everything. But that also probably would have given Gintoki to just run into his team, so yeah. No real good options there. I think the latest Pokemon is probably the... Yeah, the latest Pokemon's probably the best Pokemon game I've played in years. Because it really does innovate in the formula by pretty much making it an open world. And yeah, just the open world is just really fun to play. Yeah, like, I think the latest Pokemon captures the energy of Arceus, but is different in its own way, which is a lot of fun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can definitely see what... Yeah, the bugs in the game are pretty bad, but I still think the game is really enjoyable. And okay, looks like yeah, Lost Him's gonna be pretty much dead meat now. Yeah, there's no real good moves in all honesty. He probably would want to just move back at this point, but not too sure if that's really a viable move. Oh, and he whiffs the kill on the Whatum. And yeah, Sherry's just gonna come in, pick up the Lost Him, then pick up either the Sissy or the Sissy or the whatever, or the Neozerata. Yep. Oh, he's just gonna bounce off the sword. Interesting. But yeah, that's one bulky Whatum. I saw Gyarados climb a mountain at a 90-degree. Yeah. The game is really buggy, but I think it's buggy in a non-intrusive way. It's just kind of a funny way. But yeah, I honestly don't think Zuko can really do much at this point. Because Gin's just gonna run all over him. Neozerata is pretty much not able to do anything and is stunned. Epsilon hasn't even done anything at this moment. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. The game, yeah, like I said, well, like you said, the newest Pokemon has a lot of bugs, but I think the overall gameplay is good. It's just the feeling of it. Yeah, just the feeling of it is really good. Yeah, and it looks like Zuko's done here. So.
Well, that was rough.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, like Lixit is a really good player to be honest. So I'm not too surprised he made a lot of interesting moves, though. I think most of the matches pretty much played out how I initially thought, in that the person who got the first kill would pretty much win. And yeah, just it was very interesting to see his Wedem survive. But
All right, is it good if I end stream?
oh yeah, don't yeah go ahead. Shouldn't be an issue here if you end right now. Yep. So yeah, that was the match between Zuko and Luxid, and I hope to be back with another Langrisser mobile video next week. All right. Thanks for joining everyone, and thanks for streaming, Zuko. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.